One by one, police in Deerfield, Illinois have been checking off the 17 names on that bizarre letter found at the murder scene near Rhoni Reuter's bullet-riddled body. Then detectives hit number 15.
It's Marnie Yang.
Marnie Yang was one of several women sleeping with Ronnie's longtime love, Shaun Gayle, a Chicago football hero and the father of her unborn baby.
He wasn't exclusive to Rhoni.
No.
He saw other women.
Yes. I think it was somewhere around 17 or 18 other women.
But Shaun wasn't Marnie Yang's only lover either. One Chicago cop who had sex with Marnie Yang told detectives they should pay a lot of attention to her while investigating Ronnie's murder.
He had had a relationship with her, and he had broken it off. It didn't go well. Marnie threatened him, threatened his family.
The officer says she even tried to blackmail him when he threatened to break up with her.
He was worried enough he was close enough to retirement to put in his papers and move his entire family out of town and out of sight.
They actually moved?
They moved out of state, yeah.
Cops were intrigued. Now they want to know all they can about Marnie Yang.
Who is Marnie Yang?
She was loose, a little bit wild, especially for her age. Two things drove her: getting attention and sex.
Yang, a mother of 3, dabbled in real estate, had a side gig as a fitness model, and a secret reputation as a man-eater.
Sexually predatorial.
Yes. I've seen this kind of behavior before, usually in a stripper or somebody's husband shopping.
Lynn Dorman was Marnie Yang's photographer and friend.
So how did she and Shaun meet?
She kind of conned him into being somebody who was going to work real estate for him. I got the idea that you had basically a player meeting a player here.
Not a good combination.
Well, if you like the sex, it is.
Lynn says Yang bragged about her relationship with Shaun, but he says Marnie was obsessed with dating cops and often showed up at the station to study how they investigated crimes.
She has had lessons from other Chicago police officers on how to shoot a gun and how to cover up a crime.
She had been studying how to get away with murder, basically, with her sexual partners.
Long before the TV show ever aired.
Searching for clues, Deerfield detectives head to Marnie Yang's condo and dive headfirst into her garbage.
And this is very, very fundamental police work, is dumpster diving. Once somebody by law pushes their garbage out onto the public easeway, it's open game.
They would drive over there, they would empty her trash cans into a van, drive away, bring it back to the police department and look through her trash.
And in the trash, they find what they think is a treasure trove of evidence.
As luck would have it, they recovered some receipts that were extremely interesting.
The first receipt is to a very specific online bookstore.
We tracked the order, and it was for a book on how to build silencers.
So she purchases a book on how to make a silencer, and a silencer was used.
Yes.
In the murder.
That's correct.
Then there was another receipt from a local Home Depot, and that receipt actually listed out the items. We looked through the books. The items and most of the homemade silencers fit the items on the Home Depot receipt. We verified that it was her making that purchase through video. Additionally, we saw her purchasing a bucket and quick-drying cement.
Detectives haul Marnie Yang in for questioning.
Did you purchase this book?
Yes, I did.
Why would you purchase a book on how to make disposable silencers?
It was a joke.
Marnie claims the book was a gag gift for a cop she was dating. But how would she explain buying all the materials needed to build a silencer?
Did you ever put anything like this together or buy anything, you know?
As far as to build one of those?
Yeah, because this is, you know.
No, but it gave me a really good idea for a science project.
You tell us that it was a gag,
Mm-hmm.
and that you then purchased items from the book, matching up to try to see if you could make one of these things for a science project.
Right.
She always had an answer.
But what about that bucket and bag of concrete she's seen buying here on a store surveillance camera?
Is there a reason that on October the day after Ron was brutally murdered, that you're at Home Depot buying a 5 or 10 gallon bucket and concrete mix.
Oh yeah, that was just for the tiles in the basement.
When did you work on your basement?
I ended up not working on my basement.
You thought she was a whack job.
Yeah, we thought there was something there that just didn't click.
Here's the problem. Yang also has an alibi.
I had car trouble as soon as I got home.
Where did Marnie say she was at the time of the murder?
Home.
She said her car broke down and she needed help.
She said that the battery was dead, so she had called a friend of hers who was a Cook County bailiff, a court officer, who was constantly there to help her.
Yang claims without a car, she was stuck at home at the exact time Rhoni was murdered.
Another hurdle for you.
Correct. Another alibi.
But before Yang leaves, she drops this, telling detectives she believes someone may actually be stalking her.
It was kind of strange because I had seen a car drive around my block 3 times, kind of slow.
Talking about the block where you live?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was out, and then I see it come around again twice. I was like, and then it came around 3 times.
Did you see the person in the car?
No, I remember that the sun was out, so it was like reflecting off the windows. I couldn't see.
Okay.
At this point, Deerfield police are officially stumped.
Everybody had an alibi, and they didn't know who it was. So that added the mystery as to who did this heinous crime. Nobody knew. And they'd almost just completely faded from the headlines as an unsolved case.
Then a possible break. Police locate surveillance images of a dark-colored car leaving the scene of the murder.
You know the murderer used a dark vehicle, a black vehicle.
Right.
That black Volkswagen leads police to a car rental company.
He told me that he almost fell off his chair when the rental history popped up.
Up next, who's in that rental car?
You've got something.
We got something.
Is this the voice of Rhoni Reuter's killer?
You're flipping out? Well, yes, I'm flipping out.
And will she confess in an undercover sting?
It was so dark I wasn't even positive that I was making straight shots.
The first vehicle she got was a very descriptive vehicle. It had this really wild blue color to it. She brought it right back and said, I want a dark colored vehicle that's very plain looking.